Hi there, lovelies. Welcome to our cottage in Cornwall. This is my work area, what I call my work area. I mean, my rubbish area where all the rubbish is kept. But any scrap wood I like to burn on my fire pit. It's one of my favourite things. Keep the place tidy. I love that. I'll just go and show you I'll show you another area that I'm. Look at that. All the rubbish gets put on there, but only wood, of course. No plastic or anything like that. So this is an area that I've just done. It was a real mess, and I put stepping stones down and seeded it. So that should be a lot better when the grass comes up, and I can mow it. I can mow over those stepping stones. So that looks better, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm in my husband's guitar workshop. I'll just give you a quick tour of all this tackle. He's made some lovely guitars, done some lovely repairs and things on our guitars. And this all fits in with what I'm going to be talking about later, our cosy chat. There's his workbench. And I'll just go underneath. That's the cat feeding station, which is very important to the cat. And here's another little section with all the tools and a guitar that's due for repair, I think. So there we are. So let's have a cozy chat. So this isn't the first YouTube channel that I've had. In 2007, I started a YouTube channel that featured my playing guitar and singing. So I was on my own at the time and living here in Cornwall. And my sister was up in Wales, and my family was sort of up in Wales, and my son was abroad. So I was a little bit, on my own. But I don't mind that, because there's not enough hours in the day for me, with my art and garden and lots of other things that I do, creating things. So anyway, I'm on my own, so I start this YouTube channel, and I start getting a lot of subscribers. All like-minded people, that sang and played an instrument and was in a band or whatever, that kind of thing. So I had this subscriber that I started to chat with. Now, in 2007, there wasn't as much YouTube or social media relationships starting then. I mean, obviously there was some, but it wasn't like it is today. It wasn't. So I started chatting to this guy, and he played guitar too. And he played guitar with a friend of his, and they did country music. And he was actually from Nashville, Tennessee, but he was living in Oklahoma. So every week he had a jam session with his friend, BC, and his name, I nearly said it. But anyway, so the guy that he started subscribing to my channel and chatting, saying, oh, yeah, I like that or whatever. And I subscribed to his, and I was listening to their music. All lovely, really, really good country and western. And anyway, we started chatting, and then we got onto, I think it was MSN Messenger at the time. It's a bit like what shall we say, like WhatsApp or, you know, or not FaceTime, because you couldn't FaceTime then. But anyway, you could chat. And we started chatting, and then we exchanged emails, and we were emailing each other, and he was sending me like music and stuff like that. So it went on like that for a while. And then he invited me over to Oklahoma. Now, what year was that? That was, I don't know if it was the next year. Yeah, it must have been the next year. So 2008, I went over to Oklahoma for a 2-week holiday. And the plan was that he would come back with me for another 2-week holiday to spend in Cornwall. So I went over there, and it was lovely because I played music with him and his friend. And of course, we kept it a bit of a secret, and that I was going over there, and all his subscribers were shocked, when they saw me appear in the video. And anyway, it was really nice. So we had quite a few music sessions where we made lots of videos. Then it turned out that he came back with me. Now, this is Bill, and he was a IT director for a sort of drug rehabilitation place in Oklahoma. So he took a 2-week leave and came back with me and had a lovely time. And then I went back. He wanted me to go back with him. We really hit it off together. He wanted me to go back with him. So there was nothing really stopping me going back with him. So he bought me a ticket to go back with him. Now, I ended up staying a couple of months or something. And in which time we decided that, we had a really good relationship. So I came back to Cornwall. I don't know how long I stayed here. So I got the house ready, the cottage. I got the cottage ready for renting. So that took me ages because I had to, pack things and got a lot of stuff. So that took me ages. So I packed everything and got that sorted and put stuff in storage and that kind of thing. Got a renter, an older couple that were coming back from Portugal. They had lived in Portugal. They were English, and they lived in Portugal. And let me check the mic. Yeah, we're on. They lived in Portugal, and they were coming back because their son lived in Cornwall, and they wanted to be around this area. But they wanted to rent for 6 months, so that they could look around and buy something. So they did. So they were very nice, and they rented the place for 6 months. Now, during that time, we got married. We got married in Oklahoma in 2009. And so I had the house here rented with a rental agency. So a couple from Portugal moved out and a doctor moved in. And him and his family were here because we're quite close to the hospital that he was working at. So they rented the house, and they were very good, and they stayed, for a couple of years. So we were in Oklahoma. Now, so my husband's company, what was going on there? They were having a lot of cutbacks, and he had staff under him. And they said, well, it's either you has got to go, or one of the staff that are underneath you has got to go. Now, Jason was directly underneath Bill at the drug rehabilitation place. He was IT as well, by the way. And he, he had young children, and he was a young man in his 20s. And Bill thought, well, by which time we've decided that perhaps we'll come back to England and live here in Cornwall. So this happening with his job really sort of speeded it up a little bit. So he said no. He said, let Jason stay and I'll leave, because we've been thinking of moving to England anyway. So we moved back to England, and here we are, and very happy. We've been married for 16 years come December this year, and we're two peas in a pod. We're really happy. Bill has got his guitar workshop, which I showed you earlier. He does a lot of work, with guitars and fixing them and all kinds of things like that to do with guitars. He's a wonderful guitarist. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and I think you have to be, don't you? Do you? I think almost everybody starts to play the guitar when they're about 2. But I didn't start playing the guitar till I was, I can't remember, over 50 anyway. I started playing the guitar, and I always wanted to play the guitar. So when I was, I can't remember exactly when, but I was over 50, and I went and had a couple of guitar lessons with a wonderful guitarist, but he terrified me. Like, I got all palpitations and things, and I shook, I couldn't do it. So, yeah, I don't know why. Really nice guy and everything, but he was so accomplished, and he intimidated me sort of because he was so good, that I just went to pieces every time I had it. Anyway, he did teach me a few things, a few chords and things. And then the time I had a boarding kennels for dogs and cats, and this chap came and boarded his dog at the kennels, got chatting. He's a guitarist, he made guitars, he did this and he did that. So I started having lessons with him, and it was great, because he was a different character altogether. And he came to the house every Friday or whatever it was, and he just let me, he let me play what I wanted to play rather than set, lessons. So that was really great, and we just played stuff together, and I learned a lot from him, really. And then I moved here, so I stopped having lessons, and I just carried on playing, and that kind of thing. But the YouTube thing, yeah, that was really it was really good, because I was on my own, and it gave me a really good it gave me a good social life, and it gave me something to really look forward to. I love video editing, so made the videos, and I used to sit here actually, and I used to sit here and sit on the floor, cross-legged, I suppose, and play the guitar and video it, and then put the videos on YouTube. So I'll insert a few pictures into this little vlog. Hope you found it interesting. I'll insert a few pictures here and there, and maybe at the end put a little bit of the just snippets of what we played when I went over there to Oklahoma and played with the BCB band, and I loved it. It was so good. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the little story. And if you did, it would be really lovely. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. I try to cover all sorts of things with the cottage, with gardening, with, just chats in general. I thought maybe next time I'll do a chat about how I recycle and repurpose everything in sight. I wouldn't dream of throwing things away is the last thing I think of. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. It would really make a difference. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I'm enjoying doing this channel as well. And there we are. So with that, I'll say bye for now. And as always, love from Cornwall.
Well, don't mess with my toot-toot. Don't mess with my toot-toot. You can have the other one, well, but don't mess with my toot-toot. Hey, my son. When you get down the fiddle, when you get down the bowl, you kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. When you get down the fiddle and you get down the bowl, you kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night.
Big fat moon gonna shine like a spoon. We're gonna let it. You won't regret it. Kick off your shoes. Don't you fear. Bring that bottle over here. I'll be your baby tonight. I'll be your baby tonight. I'll be your baby tonight.